Thanks for joining us from the Ohio AgNet Voice You Know with the News You Trust studio, sponsored by Grain Equipment Company, where innovation meets execution. I'm Dave Russell. Well, on tomorrow's midday shows, Dale talks all things biodiesel with Jordan Davidson, Fleet Superintendent for the Franklin County Engineers Office. Then on Monday, join us for an update with Talc USA, a Brandt company who designs products to enhance crop performance for both corn and soybeans. Well, let's check in with our weekly update from the Ohio Soybean Council and your checkoff dollars at work.
I'm visiting today with Chad Warner. He's a farmer in Darke County, also a member of the Ohio Soybean Board. Chad, you've been doing quite a bit of traveling. Let's talk Soy Connect. You recently traveled to San Francisco, California, with, it sounds like, about 750 of your closest friends from 60 different countries. What's the purpose of Soy Connect, and what all did you talk about there?
So Soy Connect is just it's a forum to bring U.S. customers and suppliers and producers together with different customers from all around the world. It's just a forum to connect and also learn about, we have presentations about the advantages of U.S. soy over our competitors, and how the protein levels are higher, the quality levels are higher, and from the rations used with U.S. soy, how the animals respond to it better as well.
Does that seem to be a pretty important topic to the buyers that come to that, looking at the quality of the bean they're getting out of the United States?
Yes, we're substantially priced higher than our competitors, but as the studies have shown, we still, by using U.S. soy, you still have a better ROI due to the quality.
Interesting. From the buyers that were there, how does sustainability of our production factor into their decision-making process?
For a lot of suppliers, I think it makes a big difference. We also had recognized some of the soy food masters and the soy oil masters, the finalists for the whole United States, and every country were recognized at Soy Connect as well.
Again, my guest today is Chad Warner. He's a farmer in Darke County, also a member of the Ohio Soybean Council. Chad, thanks so much for your time today.
Thank you.
And today's update brought to you by the Ohio Soybean Council and your soybean checkoff.
The National Cattlemen's Beef Association released a report analyzing a nationwide tax survey of America's cattle producers. The survey showed producers' strong support for provisions like the 1031 like-kind exchange, Section 179 expensing, bonus depreciation, and Section 199A small business deduction. The survey also showed that a quarter of the respondents spend more than $10,000 every year on tax preparation, filing, and potential audits. Well, what kind of market demand will farmers encounter this season?
Coming up this Friday, USDA is releasing a slew of crop forecasts, including one for the corn and soybean crop.
Really not expecting any big changes. That crop seems to be pretty well set at this point.
But the market demand for that crop, that's not set at all yet. USDA Outlook Chairman Mark Chekhanowski says his group is gathering clues on that.
Watching export sales data for these commodities, seen some quite a bit of strength, especially for corn lately. And also, we've seen a little bit of a increase over time in sales of U.S. soybeans to China, which got off to a very slow start and are starting to pick up.
So USDA is going to be forecasting not only crop supplies here and around the world, but also U.S. exports and even season average prices for the major commodities. This data deluge comes out Friday noon Eastern Time. Gary Crawford reporting for the U.S. Department of Agriculture.
Well, 2/3 of U.S. consumers have used a food ordering app at least once for takeout, delivery, or both. That's according to the September 2024 Consumer Food Insights Report. Over half have used an app for a delivery order. Nearly half of those consumers say they use an app for delivery or takeout at least once a week. The markets, they're next.
Those long days in a tractor cab can really put a cramp in your body. So while refueling or refilling your equipment, walk around the tractor a few times or do a few head-to-toe stretching exercises. When fatigue does set in, that's when injuries and mistakes happen. Know when it's time to take a break and recharge. Let's make sure everyone gets home safe and sound. This message from the Ohio AgNet, OSU Extension, Ag Safety and Health Team, and this station.
The market's brought to you by Seed Consultants. Simply better performance online at seedconsultants.com. At the Board of Trade, December corn 4.18 down 2.5. March corn 4.36 1/4 down 1 3/4. November soybeans 10.14 3/4 down 5 1/2. January beans 10.31 1/2 down 5 1/2. December wheat 6.03 3/4 up 4 3/4. At the Mercantile Exchange, October cattle 189.17 up 97 cents. October hogs 84.02 up a dime. November feeder cattle 249.95 up $1.27. This is the Ohio AgNet.